Welcome to How to Write, Publish, and Promote a Nonfiction Book, an online course for aspiring authors. My name is Bobbi Linkemer, and I'm going to walk you through this course, which is going to teach you everything you need to know about writing, publishing, and promoting your book, and how to apply what you learn to your own book. Every module has learning objectives. They tell you what you should be able to know, understand, or do by the end of the module, and also how you're going to apply what you've learned. There are 6 steps in this process, and they are sequential. You do one, and then the next, and then the next. The 6 steps are planning, writing, choosing partners, production, publishing, and promotion. And we're going to go over each one. Step 1 is planning. It's the most important step in the process because you can't write until you plan. Planning poses 10 questions, the most important of which is, what is my book about? Which you should be able to answer in one sentence. Planning is important because it changes as you progress through your book. It organizes your thoughts, your ideas, your chapters, your material. It helps you think through every element of your book from your outline to Amazon, and it tells you whether you have a viable idea. The 10 questions require thought and sometimes research. What you want to know is what else is out there on the subject that you're writing about. Why are you uniquely qualified to be writing this book? How many readers do you think are out there? And how are you going to promote the book? If you plan to self-publish, the answers to these 10 questions will be all you need. But if you'd like to be published by a traditional publisher, the 10 questions form the basis of a formal book proposal. Writing is the heart of the matter, the reason you're doing this. It contains your content and a few other things, which I'll get to in a minute. Writing is very time-consuming, so you need self-discipline and focus to get through this step. Writing matters because you have a message that you want to share with your readers. And beyond that, you want to deliver value or a benefit. The question that should constantly be on your mind is, what's in it for my reader to read this book? You will be writing more than the chapters. In fact, you will be writing all of the sections of the book, including the front and back covers and the front and back matter, which will include such things as your preface, introduction, acknowledgments, bibliography, appendix if you have one, and maybe even an index. These are all your responsibility. One of the most important parts of writing your book is being organized. Setting up and organizing your book files, saving your drafts in a way that you will never lose one or type over it, and creating a writing plan with deadlines that you plan to stick to. Here are the questions you have to ask yourself when you're setting up your writing plan. How much do you have to write? And we've just gone over that. How much time do you have between now and when you have to get your manuscript to the printer? How are you going to allocate that time? What is your drop-dead deadline? And what is today's date? The time between today's date and the deadline is all the time you have. Unless you can extend the deadline, you are working within the confines of those dates. Step 3 is choosing professional partners. These are the experts who will play some role in your book. You can't do everything, and you're going to have to call on some people to help you. Those people are your professional partners. In essence, you are creating a team, And if you write more than one book, you will probably call on these same people again and again until you can practically read each other's minds. Step 4 is all about production. This is a series of activities that take place between your finished manuscript and sending it to the printer. If you self-publish, your graphic designer will handle these for you. If you have a traditional publisher, they will all be handled in-house. Though production may be a mystery to you now, you'll learn more about it as you work on the book with your graphic designer. You will play a role in all the decisions that are made, such as what will the book look like, and do you like this cover, and what kind of type do you want, even if you're not comfortable with the technology. You do have to be able to have a conversation with your graphic designer or the publisher. Step 5 is publishing. You want to put this book in the hands or on the screen of your readers, and publishing is the step that does that. Publishing puts your book on printed pages between covers or turns it into a digital file that people can read on their ebook readers, and that is a growing segment of the market. There are more options for new authors than there have ever been, and it's important for you to know what they are. Traditional or conventional publishing is when a publishing house handles everything and assumes all the costs. Independent or indie publishing is somewhat like conventional publishing, except that the publishers are smaller houses that usually focus on particular genres and a small number of titles. Self-publishing is a big topic, but it basically means do it yourself. At one end of the spectrum, this could mean taking your manuscript to Kinko's, having it reproduced, and stapling it. At the other end, you could start your own publishing company, put together a team of experts, and choose the best publishing option for your budget and your needs. Print on demand, or POD as it is known, is really a digital printing method. A lot of these companies sell themselves as publishers, but where they make their money is selling services to authors. These services might include graphic design, editing, marketing, much the same as the team of professional partners you would put together for yourself. The fifth publishing option is electronic or e-publishing, where you turn your book into an e-book that can be read online or on an e-book reader. Almost all authors are putting their books on e-book readers, as well as having them printed. Self-publishing costs money. It can be a little or a lot, depending on the partners you choose, the kind of printing you choose, and a lot of other factors. Each of your professional partners will charge a fee. There are a range of costs for printing, depending on whether you go digital or offset, which is more expensive. There are also some costs involved in marketing. So the important thing to do is figure out what you need, who you want on your team, how you think you'd like to print your book, and what other costs might be involved. Then add them all up and figure out if this is within the realm of possibility or you have to cut somewhere. One more subject under the heading of writing. If you want a traditional publisher, you're going to need a literary agent. Publishers today do not accept unsolicited manuscripts that don't come from an agent. That's a reality. But an agent is on your side. This is the person who will critique your proposal, put it in front of publishers, secure advances, look at your contracts, ensure that you are being treated fairly and become your support system. One thing to know about agents is that they don't make money until they sell your book. You don't pay them, the publisher does. This is really good news, especially if you're beginning to feel that writing a book is costing you a lot of money. The sixth and last step is promotion. This is the way you let readers know you have a book, why they should read it, and where they can buy it. You have a lot of competition out there. There are thousands upon thousands of books vying for readers' attention. Promotion is how you make them look at your book, and promotion is your responsibility, no matter how you publish. Like writing your book, promoting your book takes planning, and a marketing plan is really not rocket science. Actually, it's a matter of filling in the boxes. At the top of a marketing plan are 3 boxes that ask you, what is your book about? What do you hope your book will accomplish? And who is your ideal reader? The next 3 boxes are your big picture objectives or strategies. An example might be to increase your visibility on social media. So how are you going to do that? The boxes at the bottom are tactics or actions you're going to take to achieve your strategies. To increase your visibility on social media, your tactics might include being sure that your profile is filled out on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and any place else you want to be. Once you get your boxes filled in, just get started and do them one at a time. In today's world, the heart of your marketing plan has to include having a presence on the internet. You should have a website from which you can sell your book, a blog. You should be present on social networking sites, and it goes without saying that your book must be on Amazon. Millions of people start blogs every day. What should you blog about? Your subject. You should blog about what your book is about. What you want to do is inform, teach, guide, entertain, educate, and inspire. That's how you develop a following of loyal readers, and it's the place where you subtly sell your ideas, services, products, and your book. You must be on Amazon. People will expect you to be there and will look for your book there. If you have spin-off products, you can sell them on Amazon as well, because Amazon is not only the world's biggest bookstore, it's becoming the world's biggest retailer. At the end of this course, you will want to assess your own progress. You'll want to look at what you should have accomplished and whether or not you did. So you should have learned the 6 steps in writing, publishing, and promoting your nonfiction book, and how everything you do, your own efforts, will determine how successful you are. Online courses are dynamic. They change. Every time a student takes it and gives feedback to the instructor has a way to improve the content and the way the content is delivered. That makes your feedback to the instructor one of the most important parts of this course. Finally, what can you expect at the end of the course? Well, first, you and I would have a one-on-one meeting to discuss your book, answer your questions, and help you decide what your next step should be. Then, if you decided that you wanted to work with me as a book coach or an editor, we could discuss what that entails, and you would receive a 30% discount on any of my services. If you register for the course within the next 30 days, the fee would be $140, which is 30% off the regular price of $200. If you'd like to talk to me before you register or have any questions about this video, I would be delighted to talk to you. You can reach me at Bobbi, B-O-B-B-I, at Write a Nonfiction Book, all one word, .com, or call me at 314-968-8661. And let's get started.